By the end of this video, we will be over halfway finished with the Disney Princess Neighborhood Challenge. So far, I've done 7 houses for 7 princesses, which means we have 9 lots left to fill. But of course, we've got to spin the wheel to see whose lot this is going to be. Oh, Moana! Ooh, okay. Despite Moana literally spending none of her time there, we do get a glimpse of what her house looks like, both from the movie and in Disney Dreamlight Valley. I've got to find a way to make the front entry. It's got a shape like this. I think that I can pull it off with roofing. Then I'm going to pull the eaves in for now. This is also kind of how you would make an A-frame, by putting these half-gabled roofs on either side and then lining it up with the top. It's amazing how simple this one is, yet how good it looks. Now I'm gonna add in a super tall archway. I like this one because I think it'll match the wood tone I'm planning on using pretty nicely. And there we go. This is a really great start to Moana's house. I'm gonna extend the eaves out and curve the heck out of this roof and then pick out one of these versions of the thatched roof. It's amazing how simple this one is, yet how good it looks. And there we go. This is a really great start to Moana's house. Now I'm going into Island Living Debug for decorations. I know I wanted to have a little fishing stand for her. Look how cute little Hey is. Oh, sailing is kind of her thing. I want to show you this little Easter egg. Not going to include this in the build, but is that not literally Moana and Maui? What I'm trying to create is kind of a transition from jungle to sand. I'm also, to differentiate this from the rest of the builds we've done, I'm going to keep this entryway wide open. I am obsessed with this. Oh, it looks so good at night. I don't even have to do anything with it. Island Living is just the Moana starter pack. So I'm thinking the best thing to do is to put it in this back corner up against the wall and put a dresser across from the bed like this. And that is where we'll put the TV. Really doing my best to bring in those oranges and blues. Oh, and here's that peachy color that she wears. Honestly, just adding as much clutter as I can because this house is a lot smaller than the others. So I want to make sure it has just as much personality. This is technically a wooden club, but it reminds me a lot of Maui's fish hook. Now, I think what's going to help divide this space up even more is to have a big dining table in the center here. I'm going to opt for the furniture from Island Living because there are these swatches that have the ocean painted on them. We have the fish lamp, which is just so good. Okay, I'm happy with the dining space. Now let's move on to this. Instead of doing an enclosed bathroom, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. A standing shower and toilet. So now I'm going to draw a room here and grab these curtains, place them where I want them, and then delete that wall. I know they are technically sheer, but just using your mind's eye, they're not, okay? I'll do this and then use one of these gorgeous tiles from Jungle Living. That is so pretty. Now we have so much more space for the kitchen, which makes me really happy. I think I want to go for a teal fridge. And then over here, matching blue stove. And if I go with this end piece, there are these wicker drawers that add a little texture. She can have blue pots and pans. That is adorable. Oh, I love this for her. The Island Living pack made this build so much easier than I expected. And this was the quickest build so far, coming in at just under 2 hours. All of the other ones have taken about 3 to 5, so I'm sure the next one will be just ridiculously difficult and long. Obviously, that's how it goes. And whoever that happens to be is going to get the corner lot right next to Moana. Personally, I am crossing my fingers for Rapunzel's tower, but let's see what the wheel has in store for us. Oh, Merida. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So this is now turned into try to build a Scottish castle on a tiny lot challenge. I actually have built Merida's castle before in full scale. So I'm starting with a big castle tower. That's gonna be her house. And then I'll build a little extension here. And this will be the stable. This stone is actually perfect, but surprisingly, it's from bowling stuff. Let's stick with that. And then I'm also going to add this one over here. Then I'm going to add these very mystical, medieval, definitely not electricity powered oil lamp by the stable. Yeah, that's looking more regal for sure. I'm adding in a bark flooring to kind of make it look like bedding. And then here's a little tip to get to all of the items that horses require. You just type in hay because that's the name of the company that makes them in The Sims. And the bed takes up the entire thing. Alrighty then. Oh, you know what'll take this to the next level? You already know. If you know me, some ivy, besties. Even just like coating the bottom edge alone is already so good. Yeah, I think this turned out pretty cute. Pretty simple, honestly, figuring out this exterior. I'm kind of thinking, since there is this whimsical fairy tale nature, for flowers, I'm gonna stick to reds, oranges, and yellows to get her fiery personality and her fiery hair in here. Just kind of copying the technique that I've used in the other houses, building up the plants from the corners so that it feels nice and enclosed and cozy. Now that I've got all the flowers laid out, I'm just gonna finish this off, this mystical kind of vibe with these creeping vines that also come from vampires. Let's make a fire pit so that she can come and hang out with her friends. I kind of also want to add in this corner a little bear statue. Oh my gosh, he's great. I love him. I like that he's got the vines around him too. He's spooky. I wish we had a little archery target in The Sims. I am gonna put the telescope up here. So this will be the kitchen. This is the perfect place for a fridge. Oh, that's cute. And then if we take the middle one out and put the stove in, wood burning stove, of course. This is more like accurate, but this is also her home, not just her castle. So I do think it would be fun to bring in some extra colors, some different patterns. I am really liking the green and the stone combination in here. I want to add a lot of like woodland creature kind of inspired stuff. This is so nice and cozy. Oh, you know what I almost forgot? I want to add one of these little bear gnomes. I think that's such a good representation of her brothers. Let's put it over here by the fire. And then let's squeeze a dining table over here. I'm going to use this dark wood because it matches the door that we used. We'll just have to use lighting to really brighten up this place. So we'll do a little dining table in this corner with some candles. Even though this one is supposed to be Christmassy, I just really like the little woodland elements on it. I don't know why. I kind of want to put a bust toward the end of this table. Could represent her mother, because the mother-daughter relationship is kind of the core of the movie. Oh, it looks like we also have enough room for a fireplace. That's exciting. Oh, and then I'm actually going to add these leaves up here as well. Again, just try to kind of bring the outdoors in. Then I'll also add some little trinkets on top of the mantle, adding a little family, because again, family is a central theme to the movie. You know what else is a central theme? Weapons. So let's put some swords up here. I do have this gorgeous orange toned rug that has a little bit of green in it to help tie some of these colors together, because I need that for sure. And then I think what's really going to help bring this together is the lighting. I've settled on a configuration here. I think I like this. Just a lot of candles, isn't it? And then to really fill this space out, brighten it up, I'm going to add even more candelabras throughout the build, filling in all of the extra available space. Oh, there we go. These gold ones are it. That looks so stunning. All right, and there is the downstairs all complete. I'm really happy with how it turned out for how little space we had to work with. I'm adding in these rounded columns on each corner just to help ease the transition a little bit. So I'm thinking we do something like this where it alternates just for fun. Go ahead and put up that railing as well. And I do want to try to fit a queen bed in here. Like these chests with the wrought iron designs on the front. They're so pretty. Ooh, we could go with the black, and then that silver really pops. Let's bring that same chandelier upstairs too. And then right here, let's just put in the full-on wardrobe from Horse Ranch. And then over here, we'll just add in a little mirror. There we go. It is Cupid's bow. And this little heart arrow. That's the best that we're gonna get. Not really ideal, considering it's Definitely not the aesthetic we're going for, but that's the only option we've got. You know what else I completely forgot to add? The dartboard. It's kind of cute like that. And then we can just kind of clutter up the rest of this wall. Let's do this bathroom real quick. Pretty sure I can put the toilet here and then either a bathtub or a shower. I can even cut this corner just to have it fit a little bit better. I'm really tempted to put the kids' chamber pot in here just because, again, this is the 10th century. It's not like they had plumbing. Little nod to the history, you know? And there we go. Really simple bathroom, but I feel like it matches the rest of the build so well. I am stoked about this one. It turned out super good. These past two combined, because they're so small, they only took me about 3.5 hours. So I feel like I can squeeze out another one. One of my biggest flaws though is getting ahead of myself. So let's see which house we're building next. My favorite! How freaking perfect! I know that the exterior is gonna take forever, but it's gonna be so worth it. We're doing Rapunzel's tower, baby. Once again, I am refusing to use curved walls because I hate them so much. Diagonals will always be better than curved walls, truly. We've got the tower going. I'm not gonna make it too tall. Just gonna expand this top piece so that it's one tile bigger than what's underneath on every side. And then it's just gonna be a little bit lopsided, but we can cover that up with plants, I'm sure of it. A lot of just, you know, manipulation, but I think we figured it out a little bit. It's cute now. I was very concerned at first, but it's better now. Okay, so this is interesting. In some photos, it looks like Rapunzel's roof is purple, and then in others, it looks blue. The purple is honestly so pretty, but I'm pretty sure based on stills from the movie and the one that's in the parks that the roof is supposed to be blue. Okay, now I'm gonna add in her little balcony. Is that shape not just perfect though? And this pattern with the gold is so pretty. I think I want to try and make that work. I'm stunned. I cannot believe I pulled that off. Okay, good start. Now I just need a balcony. This one is really cute with all the flowers on it. In brown, of course, with the pink flowers. And then I will just size this up a tiny bit using Tool Mod. Okay, there we go. Like, it's so freaking cute. I think what's really important to remember here is this is not a balcony that she can step out onto. So I want to make sure that the window opens. She can throw her hair down here, but she can't actually like step out onto this balcony. Now comes my favorite part. You already know we are adding a ton of vines. I'm actually going to take different vines though. These are a little bit lighter than the ones that we used over on Merida's house, you can see. These ones are from University, and I'm actually gonna try to create the shape that is on the actual tower. It's a little bit different. Basically, in the movie, what would be in the center here would be brick, and the rest would be the same plaster that we have up here. But because we can't paint that specifically in The Sims, so what if instead I just use these flowers kind of more sparingly throughout the entire thing? Okay, there we go. I think something else that will help is if I take this same lattice that we used at the top, size it up really big and put it underneath here, just so that the contrast between the tower and all of this greenery is not so stark. There we go. Oh, that helped a lot. Wow. This is honestly one of my dream builds. I've wanted to build the Tangled Tower in The Sims for forever. Even though this is just a miniature version of it, I am loving it so far. Let's also add a door down here. You know, normally I would go in with manual stepping stones and place them individually, but there is this terrain paint that is so pretty from Cottage Living that I never get to use, and I think today might be our day. This is beautiful. I am feeling adventurous enough to add in a little pond though, because her tower is like right off of this gorgeous lake in the film. I love it. Oh, that turned out so well. I feel like Rapunzel also has the too much gene that I have and would be totally down to have a completely overgrown garden like this. So I am just taking that and running with it. So we have her easel here. Definitely has paint all over it. And then instead of adding in a picnic table, I think she's the kind of person that would lay down a blanket, some lanterns, truly as many lanterns as I can find in this game. We're gonna have to add them. I think we absolutely crushed it. All right, let's figure out this catastrophe of an entrance. With this little storage shelf with the keys and the mail. And then we can have a cute little couch in the entry here too. It's a little hard to see, but the edges of this coffee table are painted. She is a Squishmallow collector, 100%. Let's put some flowers on this table because otherwise there's just nothing to ground this at all. Let's start putting in items for one of her many, many hobbies. She plays guitar, so I'll put at least one guitar down here, and then let's just toss in another coat rack for good measure. Cute! There we go. She also really enjoys reading, so instead of putting an end table here, I'm gonna add one of these bookshelves from the book clutter kit and use this as an end table instead. And you guessed it, I am putting a paper lantern right on top. There we go. This is so much cozier now. Still not quite finished. I want to add some more decorations up here. I think the sun is a clear indicator that this is Rapunzel's house. And the little tapestries too. This is where the kitchen's gonna be. This layout is bizarre, but I can only do what I can do. And I can do the same thing I did downstairs with the pink walls if I do that. That's pretty. Wow, I love how that looks. All right, I think this is the way to do it. Oh, I love the little dish rack. So cute. And then over here, we can have this one with the frying pan on it. How perfect. Her weapon of choice. She also sings about her chores at the very beginning of the movie, so we gotta make a dustpan available to her. Some little hanging herbs as well. Very cute. You know what else we can add because she loves baking? Let's add this little baking dish on the stove like it's cooling off. There we go. Oh my gosh. All right, one more floor because we have this little nook right here. And wouldn't that be perfect for one of those couches? Finally found it. I also found this really pretty cottage stone to put behind it, just so it's a little bit different. And then I think what's really gonna bring this together is actually drawing a wall in here that I think matches. It looks really nice. It helps tie it together. These beaded curtains. Oh my gosh. I love how that looks here. I'm gonna use that same coffee table that I used downstairs, but in a different color because this kind of matches this so well. I can't not use it again. Oh good, we can finally add curtains too. I'm just gonna add these plants. And then to make this window look a little more normal with its placement, I've just put this here, and then I'm gonna put the dining table right in front of it, so it's just a little corner table. And then before I completely forget, let's put the door right here too. All right, and that leaves us with plenty of room for a bigger bed in here, which I did not expect. Finally, we have something that's actually showing up in the right colors. This is great. Some itty bitty baby little end tables here. Oh, and look at the cute ombre from pink to purple. Oh, you know what? I need to add in another one of her hobbies. I don't really have room for a full-on chess table though, so instead, I'm gonna take this chess table from Everyday Clutter. It does have a cute pink and white swatch. I feel like she would be quite a cluttered girly, so I'm just gonna place maybe a mug here, a journal. This looks like it's been hand painted. And then since this is the big window, I'll go ahead and put real curtains here. Oh my gosh, it looks so nice and cozy. We could add these pillows and then maybe some knitting stuff on this table. Yes, because then I can also have the big thing of yarn right here in... Let's stick with the yellow. I feel like this lamp is always like what I think of when I think of an artsy vibe. Cute, cute, cute. I love this room. This is definitely my favorite one in the house. They're all very nice though. I'm pleasantly surprised. All right, one room left. Maybe if we do shower here, because I wanted to have the bathtub be in front of this back balcony window. I thought that would be so nice. I found a shower that also has a little bit of yellow at the bottom. Oh, I also found some yellow flooring. Okay, this bathroom is going better than I expected. And then for the wallpaper, I wonder if subway tile would look okay. Hey, that's really not too bad. Also put a purple towel here. It's very simple, but I'm loving it. Ooh, let's see if the flower mirror has the right swatch. There we go. Oh, it all matches. Yay! It's so rare. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. I've had the most fun time, I think, out of all of these builds, making the past 3. There are only 6 houses left, so we are officially over halfway done with this challenge. Let me know in the comments below which you prefer, building bigger houses or smaller ones. And while you're down there, make sure to leave a like as well if you enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!